I received an accounting job and I haven't even finished school yet. As a lot of you already know, I've been going to WGU for the past 2 semesters now, and honestly it's been great. I've been sharing my whole journey throughout the way and basically giving tips to everyone as I learned them myself. And honestly, we built a little community that I'm really happy and proud of. One thing I never really talked about was the job aspect. Like, once you get done with this degree, what are you gonna do next? You know, like, I'm an accounting major. What am I gonna do after that? What does the job market look like? I found that a lot of these jobs, they will invest in potential if you are taking the correct steps. If you can communicate in a way that you are taking action, they will believe in you. For example, I recently finished a commercial real estate internship, and the only qualifications I had prior to that were sales roles. They believed in me because I was enrolled in WGU and I had the intention of finishing my bachelor's degree. That's really it. That was all it took for me to change my situation financially, was to be enrolled in college. And after that, I realized, even though I'm really early on in my accounting degree, what harm would it do if I applied to an accounting role and got the position? It would be on-site learning. Like, all the other jobs I had prior to this, I learned a job on the site. So it'll be a win-win for me. I get to learn at the job and I get to learn at home, and I get to get my degree. That sounds like a great opportunity to me. The main things I want you to learn how to do is learn how to write a resume. And if you do not know how to, you can go to the WGU Career Services and they will help you write your resume. All you have to do is provide them all your job experience, provide them your current resume, and they will tell you how to make it better. And even tell them, like, hey, you know, I'm trying to get into a T4 accounting firm. Can you make this look better? And they will do it for you for free. I think everyone has about like one a semester, like one free resume review semester. Look that up, because that's a resource for you. You can go on Fiverr, but before you do that, I'm gonna tell you, you should properly vet them, because the lower, cheaper ones, they'll just throw that into ChatGPT and give it to you and be like, hey, here's your resume. Thanks for the $10. The more expensive resume reviews on LinkedIn, you will have to sit down and talk with the person writing it. However, I personally believe that some of these resume reviews are a little pricey, and you shouldn't have to pay for them if you are looking for an internship or entry-level role. I highly suggest you pay the bigger bucks when you are going from that junior to mid-level, and then that mid to senior is when you need that full service. Just to recap, we have WGU's free resume review service. That's my first suggestion. Number 2, you can look on Fiverr, but beware that a lot of these people are just gonna put it through ChatGPT and say, here's your resume. 3, you can go on LinkedIn to get your resume built by a professional. However, like I suggested, most of those resume services are better for people in mid or senior levels that are trying to get to the next level. After you got your resume solidified, I want you to commit to applying every day on Indeed, LinkedIn, and Handshake. Indeed is really good for a lot of local companies. So you're most likely to find like an accounting clerk position or entry-level accounts payable position through Indeed. And if you are able to sit across the table with someone, explain your situation, that you're still in school, you intend to complete your bachelor's and then complete your CPA, they'll be more inclined to bring you in, because they can start you at lower and build your way up as you complete your degree, as you get your licensure. The next platform would be LinkedIn. LinkedIn is great, however, you are opening yourself to the whole world of competition, everyone that wants to get an accounting position, and you have to stand out in front of the crowd. I suggest you don't apply for any LinkedIn positions until you have your LinkedIn profile down packed. You know, you have a profile picture, good bio, all of your jobs are listed on there, you have a background, and you have a few posts or reposts on there. From there, you can go and apply to jobs. However, I want you to know that LinkedIn is sort of like a game. Sometimes with LinkedIn, you have to message the recruiter, ask them to take them out to a virtual coffee, which is basically a video call for 5 minutes, and ask, hey, what are people looking for in this job description? Like, what are the hiring managers looking for this role? However, like I said, that's more of a mid-level, senior level thing, just like the resume reviews. Lastly is Handshake. I highly suggest you go through Handshake because Handshake partners with WGU, and a lot of the people that are on Handshake, they know about WGU. They know that WGU has a good accounting program and they will take in people for their internships. Another bonus tip is, if you can, I had some luck applying directly on the accounting websites or the accounting position websites for internships, and yeah, just make sure you put your best foot forward with them because a lot of the time you only have one chance to make a good impression. And for step number 3, I highly suggest that you understand how to interview. Okay, now I know you might have gotten a few positions in the past. However, these type of accounting roles are a little bit different, and you kind of need to understand what the hiring manager is looking for. You have to understand that all interviews will have some sort of variation where they ask you to walk you through your resume. So you should be able to explain from the start to the end every single position you had and how you've gotten there. Another pro tip for that is, if you have a position where it's not really related to accounting or the field that you're applying in, maybe you can leave it off, or even better, you can twist and highlight the position in a way that aligns with the job description. Being able to communicate that tells the hiring manager that you can provide value from the tasks you have done previously and bring that to the job. After that, you also have to know that they're gonna throw all these questions on you. There's a bunch of people that do these interview question videos that are amazing. Go through and straight up memorize them. Learn how to do them. Learn how to answer every single question with confidence and be able to convey your value in an interview. Another tip for the interview is make sure you are personable. Make sure when they ask you, do you have any questions about the position, you kind of turn it and ask them about themselves. And on top of that, you can ask really insightful positions that show that you really care. Because if you can convey that emotion that hey, I'm going to be a good worker, I care about this position, I want to work here, they're more likely to bring you on because you don't really have anything to go off. You don't have a degree to show you that, hey, I'm able to do this position. So you have to use your words, you have to use your confidence to be able to get that position. One more thing I wanted to add before I go. When you are applying for these internships, sometimes these recruiters will ask you how far you have gotten in your degree, and they will ask for a transcript. So a lot of the times I got caught blindsided because I haven't taken some of the core accounting classes. So for example, I just had the principle of accounting class done, but I didn't do the cost and managerial. And honestly, that kind of docked some points off of me. And I just wasn't prepared overall. So make sure you have at least begun some of the accounting classes so you can communicate effectively what you have learned in the class. So for example, if you are going for a tax internship position, you need to tell them, hey, you know what? I've completed taxation 1 and I really enjoyed that class because I learned X, Y, and Z. Or if you take an auditing, you're going for an auditing internship, you should tell them hey, I completed the auditing class and I really found interest in it because my professor highlighted this and that. So be able to talk about it like that. That was just a basic overview of how to get an accounting internship while you're still in WGU. Hopefully you can change your financial situation. I know a lot of the times that you keep applying and applying and applying, and it seems like nothing's happening. But trust the process. I was applying for 3 months straight and I got nothing. Then out the blue, 3 offers. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you guys like these type of videos that are more in depth and more like practical applications in the real world, let me know and I'll be glad to make more of them. Catch you in the next time.